It's February 23rd, 2021. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I am at the beginning of the winter section of the Park Loop Road. And right behind me here, you can see the Park Loop Road. That part of it is obviously closed, although you could come up here and ski it. But right now, since it rained last night, it's really icy. But if we look around, this is the road I came in on. And I don't know if you can see the stop sign down there. That is at an intersection, a T intersection. And if you turn left there, you go on to Schooner Head Road, and that will take you back into Bar Harbor. To get here from downtown Bar Harbor, you just head away from the harbor, south, out of town on Main Street, about a little over half a mile, and turn left on Schooner Head Road. Go out Schooner Head Road until you get to the stop sign at the T intersection, and turn right, and here we are at the Park Loop Road. There is the National Park entrance station, which is obviously closed right now. But they do keep this part of the Park Loop Road, which goes out past Sand Beach, Thunderhole, and Otter Cliffs, open in the winter. I didn't know if it would be open today because I didn't know if it snowed over here last night. It rained on the southern part of the island, but it did apparently rain here too because there's no sign of new snow. So what we're going to do is drive the Park Loop Road over to Seal Harbor, and if possible I'm gonna run up to Jordon Pond as well. I might not be able to make it. I don't know if the road that I'll be on continues up there in the winter. So let's get going and do the Park Loop Road in February 2021. Okay, this is what the Park Loop Road looks like in late February. And had it snowed and there was still snow on the road, I probably wouldn't have driven it because there might have been a good deal of ice. And although it says you can park in the right lane ahead, there's only one lane kept open. So parking along here will be a bit of an issue right now. But anyway, we're just going to continue down the Park Loop Road and stop at the various places where we might get a bit of a view. Right here is the entrance to Sand Beach, which, as you can see, is not very far down the Park Loop Road. I started filming about 100 yards from the entrance station. And here's the parking area. They've kept part of it clear, the upper part. Probably don't need the lower part. And we'll see if the path down to the beach is passable. Okay, so I'm going to park and we'll walk down there. Okay, here we are in the parking lot. There are about 6 other cars here, so there are a few people. Needless to say, the restrooms and changing rooms are closed, so if you want to go for a swim, you want to make sure that you bring your bathing suit with you and have it on under your clothes. So we just walk down here and see what the path down to the beach looks like. I suspect it is going to be wet ice, because this is the path down to the beach, and it is a little slick, but fortunately there's slush along the edges. But in other places it looks like it's just water over ice. So if you come down here this time of year, you want to watch your footing, because falling down on wet ice is no fun, because at the very least you're gonna get wet. And we'll see what the stairs are like. They can be really treacherous when they're covered with ice. Well, I've come down the first bit of the stairs, and here's a view out over part of Sand Beach, a little gap in the trees. And there's a bit of a swell coming in today, making for some surf. And other than that, the beach is not very crowded. I did forget my swimsuit though, so I can't go for a swim. Well, I braved the stairs down to the beach. So here we are at a relatively low tide on Sand Beach in Acadia National Park on February 23rd. See, the beach is pretty crowded. Sunbathers are not very much in evidence. You can see some ice on the rocks over there, and a little bit over here. The beach itself is snow and ice free because, of course, at high tide, this would be underwater. You can see the seaweed up there, which marks the high tide line. Oh, it's really quite nice down here today. A little choppy, but other than that, not bad. So, let's continue around the Park Loop Road. I want to make a stop at Thunderhole next. Okay, I'm leaving Thunderhole and heading around a bit more of the Park Loop Road, and I think the next stop, if there's parking, is going to be Otter Cliffs. And then we'll see if the road over to Jordon Pond is open. Although I suspect that getting down to the pond will be a bit tricky and would involve walking several hundred yards on an icy path. And I'm not sure I want to do that. There are little parking lots all along here, but they are not open. They've plowed 20-30 feet up the access to the parking areas, so you can pull in, but that's about it. And here is the view out in the ocean as we drive the park. There are a fair number of people here. Let's see. So that part of the road straight ahead is not open, so I don't think I'm going to Otter Cliffs. We'll head this way and see where we end up. And we just drive through the woods away from the ocean. Well, I have exited the park only a few hundred yards past Thunderhole. The road went into the woods, and I'm now in the village of Otter Creek, which is in the town of Mount Desert. And we're going to come back out to the main road here in just a minute, and we'll probably turn left and head down to Seal Harbor. Well, here we are exiting Otter Creek as we head down towards Seal Harbor, and I just turned the camera back on to show you the main feature of this area if you're coming here as a tourist, and that is the Blackwoods Campground entrance, which is just past Otter Creek, and we should be there in less than a minute. As you can see, there's the sign, Blackwoods Campground, next left. I'll just come up here a little. And there's the entrance to Blackwoods Campground. Now you can walk in there and walk around the campground this time of year. In a normal year, you can actually camp there in the winter, but you have to pack in from out here on the road, which means you park alongside the road or in the entrance there, and you run into an issue with what happens when a snowplow comes by if it snows. But it normally is open for tent camping, pack-in only, and it's about 3/4 of a mile into the campground there. But it's a pretty good sized campground back there, and it's the only Acadia National Park thing right here at the southern edge of Otter Creek. Now we're going to continue down the road to Seal Harbor. Well, I made it over to Jordon Pond, or at least the parking area for Jordon Pond, and we'll see if there is access down to the pond up here. Turn the camera around. The pond is over there, a couple hundred yards. We'll have to see what the path looks like. Of course, Jordon Pond will be frozen, so I don't know much what it'll look like, but at least we can look at the panorama out over the pond, if it isn't too icy to get down there. Looks like it's a little slick, but I'll take my time and see how we do. I think I'll put the camera down until we get down there, just so that I don't end up sitting down. I just walked down that icy road. It has been plowed, but right now it's wet ice all the way down. It was quite slick coming down, and as we pan around, we get to Jordon Pond. There are the bubbles, the winter view of them, and some of the other hills around the edge of Jordon Pond. And of course the pond is frozen. There's standing water on top of the ice because we got over ½ an inch of rain last night, and a lot of it ran down off the hills and it's just sitting on the ice. I can see where people have gone out onto the ice with cross-country skis, but I'm not gonna chance it because I do not know how thick the ice is. And you get out into those wet areas, it could be pretty slick. Okay, time to head back up from here and down to Seal Harbor. Well, here I am in Seal Harbor on the beach. I've just come down from Jordon Pond. This time of the year, the normal road to Jordon Pond is closed, and the access to Jordon Pond is from in Seal Harbor. There is a road just up from the harbor here called Jordon Pond Road, and you just drive out there. Normally in the summer that road is blocked and you can't drive through. You have to come in via the park roads. But this time of year, when the park road is closed, you can get there via the road from within Seal Harbor. And it's just up that way, maybe 3/8 of a mile on the left. So here we are looking at Seal Harbor after a drive around the part of the Park Loop Road that is open in the winter. So I think I'm going to end this video here. Hope you enjoyed the visit to the Park Loop Road in Acadia National Park here on February 23rd, 2021. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click that notification bell. Thanks for watching.